The Constitution Project. Hello again, everybody, and we are now at the stage where we will be working on our major project for the year, and it is a Constitution booklet. So you are going to need 5 sheets of unlined paper or computer paper. You'll need a packet of colored pencils with at least 5 colors, a ruler, and of course, our video notes. The expected completion date of this project is probably right after the holiday season, right at the beginning of January, in which you'll submit these back to me. Now, keep in mind that it is important that you watch all the videos through for the next several weeks. And what we're going to do is I'm going to give you some lessons on each of the amendments. Now, we've already done the articles, but you'll get lessons on the amendments. And what I want you to do from there is if I give you a lesson on one amendment, then the next day is a work day for you. Because this is a very encompassing project, I want you to be able to have time. And of course, I don't expect you to have homework time. Normally, I would give in class time. So we're going to juggle our time based on what you need to get done. But it is important that you keep up because this is worth 5 test grades. It's 200 points. So let's take a look here at the paper and what you'll need to do, and then we'll take a look at the rubric. So take your 5 sheets of paper, and what I want you to do is I want you to stack them neat so all 5 are aligned, and then I want you to fold them. And if you remember back in elementary school, they taught you either hamburger or hot dog. Well, in this case, I want you to fold it hamburger style so that you end up with something that looks like a booklet when you're finished. Now, the rubric I've created is available on your Schoology page, and it outlines the requirements for getting a perfect 200 out of 200, which is quite easy to do if you just follow this rubric. And keep in mind too that each of these pages, so when you make your booklet and you fold it, comes out to about 10 points per page. That includes the front cover all the way to the back. So I'll be grading, if you think about it, there's usually two either articles or amendments per page. That's 5 points per amendment or article. That's not a lot of points. For grading purposes, we'll only be focusing on the advanced section of our rubric. This is what kids normally want to do when they get to 200 points. So let's begin with our cover sheet. Our cover sheet can be a picture of anything that deals with, it can be any of the amendments, it can be anything that's American, it can be anything patriotic. Your cover sheet is to be neat. And um, when we talk about neat, what we're referring to is that there's evidence of a ruler used or you're coloring within the lines. And of course, as 15 and 16-year-old, you should be coloring in the lines by this point. And you are taking your time. There's effort involved. And I can see the effort based on your picture. I want to see at least 5 colors used. Your name is clearly displayed at the center bottom of your booklet. The period is clearly displayed. There's no pencil marks, and of course, there's no white space visible. If you want that to be perfect, that's what you need on your cover sheet. And of course, these are 2 examples from the past. Now, the reverse side of your cover sheet would be your table of contents, and that's what we're focusing now on the rubric here. The table of contents is neat. There's an evidence of a ruler used to keep straight lines. You use multiple colors, 5 here. The rights are listed for content. There's a professional feel. The pages correspond to the content. There's no white space visible. Now, I do want you to keep in mind that some kids, what they'll do is they'll save this page for last because they'll want to know where everything aligns up. They'll also have an extra amount of space at the bottom because they're putting 7 articles, 27, 28, because we're going to create our own 28th Amendment. But they'll have that all listed and they'll have some extra space. So they'll actually write the preamble or something, as you'll see in the upcoming pictures. But again, this is the second page that we'll be dealing with, and it's on the back of the cover sheet. Do not use markers because markers will bleed through and then it'll be frustrating to you. So keep those things in mind and you're on your way to a 200. Now, for the meat and potatoes of the booklet, we're dealing with the articles and the amendments. I have after this rubric some pictures, some examples from other students. Now, one of the examples that the kids put in here, they were pretty concise. They made boxes and put their titles in the boxes and their pictures in the boxes, and they didn't necessarily use their five colors on the whole page. And you'll see that it says no white space visible. But when you have something that looks that neat, that's okay. So we're talking here. And of course, at the end of this video, I want you to also know I posted another student's from years past, Sydney Delmaster, her booklet as an example for you to see and give you some ideas if you want to come back and see this video over again. So, under the advanced section, under amendment and articles, the amendment and article title was written at the top. You use Roman numerals, and I've included that here in the end. There's evidence of a ruler that you use to keep the wording straight. The title of amendment or article is clear and neat and written underneath the amendment number. The definition of the amendment or article in your own words, and that's important, it has to be in your own words, is done without restating any part of the definition from the original Constitution, and you are using blue or black ink. Now, the number of pictures displayed per amendment should be this. So here's an example. First Amendment, there are five rights. There should be five pictures. Second Amendment, there's really one right, but I want two pictures, and you'll understand when I go over the examples. Third Amendment, there should be two pictures. Fourth Amendment, four. Fifth Amendment, four. Sixth Amendment, two. Seventh Amendment, two. Eighth Amendment, four. Ninth Amendment, four. 10th Amendment, four. Then Amendments 11 through 27, you only need one picture. And it's not that those are um, less important amendments. It's that the Bill of Rights are your main protections on a daily basis. Of course, I shouldn't say that because the 14th is also used for you too. I want to see multiple colors used. I want to see at least five colors. Um, no stray marks, no pencil marks, no erasure marks, and of course, limit your white space unless you have some sort of professional feel like the one young person did in the example earlier. Now, keep in mind, I'm not artistic, so I don't expect you to be artistic, but you can trace these pictures. You can take your time and have fun. I'm not grading you on your art. I'm grading you on the fact that you're following the rubric, that you're actually learning the amendments themselves. If you have an IEP or some other adaptation like a 504, you are permitted to do this as a PowerPoint. Only though if you have an IEP or a 504 and it's listed on file with me. Now, the rest of this video from this point forward, um, it's just examples that I'm showing you, and they're scrolling through, and you'll see how this young lady did this booklet. But now we're getting into the titles of the amendments, and you need to have these for your booklet. You can pause the video, you can come back to the video, but they are right here, and I will be giving these to you in order. All right, so good luck with that booklet, and your assignment is to do your cover sheet as well as start your booklet from the table of contents. Good luck to you.